Mariposa Tarot here with your mid-February Capricorn reading. This is for February 16th through the 28th. I'm going to use tarot and oracle to figure out what your love situation is. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Capricorns. If you want to look at your other placements to kind of put in a full picture view, then by all means check out my page. If you like what you're seeing and you feel like this reading resonated, please subscribe and hit the like button so you can check on my page and see what other readings I might have for you. I do pick a card and I do horoscope readings. But anyway, let's find out what you're doing and let's what's going on. Not what you're doing, but what's going on with your love situation. Okay, I am going to use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit cards just to kind of get an overall energies that you and your person are bringing to this connection. So let's figure this out. Spirit, can you show me a card for Capricorn, please? The raccoon. I did some serious shuffling and this card just keeps coming out. Card for your person, for Capricorn's person, the turtle. Well, I haven't seen this one yet, so all right. All right, you've got earth energy and your person has water energy. If that resonates, it doesn't have to, but you're an earth sign, so there you have it. Water is Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn. Oh, sorry, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. All right, card from the Hidden Truth Oracle for my Capricorn. We need to let each other go. Why? What happened? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that, Jack? All right, let's find out. Spirit, can you show me a card for Capricorn, please? From the Divinely Guided Messages of Love. Regret. I wish this never happened. Wah. Nobody likes regretting, I tell you that much. It's not fun. Not at all. All right, let's figure out what's going on with these energies. Okay. All right. So, it's funny. The turtle and the raccoon, if I could put anything in here that they have in common, sometimes they can hide. So the turtle energy here, that person is very grounded, like an old soul. They might, give off that vibe that they're very mature and feels like they've lived lifetimes and they have a lot of stories to tell and are very versatile. Just really centered type of person. It's really calming to be around a turtle energy. The raccoon likes to work in the shadows, wears a mask sometimes. So you might be very creative, artistic in some way, but there is like a creative spark that you carry. But there's something that you're hiding or you're shying away from, just sort of not wanting to maybe confront whatever happened. It could be that maybe you regret something that happened and you feel some kind of way about it. But there is this like idea of, should we just move on? But the turtle, sorry, I had a yawn. The turtle slowly walks away like, are you sure you want to end things? Really? So there's still like you see the one leg that's just like reaching out, So it's kind of interesting. So let's figure out why there's regret and what happened. Okay, let's look into tarot. I'm going to look at you, them, and the relationship, get clarification and guidance from Spirit. I just saw 444 on the clock. All right, Spirit, can you show me a card for my Capricorn, please? Card for my Capricorn. Cards. All right, you've got the King of Pentacles and the Hanged One. Got some Taurus and Piscean energy there. Spirit, can you show me a card for Capricorn's person? Thanks. Okay, apparently there's a 2-card thing going on here. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse with the 7 of Cups in reverse. Card for the relationship, please. What in the world? Okay, I don't know why we need to have 2 cards. Well, I was gonna do that anyway, but okay. It's kind of throwing me off of my game. Okay. 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Middle of the deck, you've got the King of Swords. And at the top of the deck, you've got the High Priestess in reverse with the Magician in reverse at the bottom. You got Aquarius and Cancer energy here. You've got Virgo, Taurus, and Pisces, like I said. So, okay, let me just figure this out. I think it's interesting that with your cards, you've got somebody kind of covering their face, like the raccoon wearing a mask, hanging out of a tree. So you're definitely, there's regret. There's a heaviness in your thoughts. There's like rumination that keeps you up at night, or, you know, you're just mentally fatigued. You're like just really tired about like dealing with all of this. And there's this like kind of a procrastination that's going on here when it comes to, you know, confronting the situation, but you're trying to stay busy. I feel like you are very career oriented and you're just trying to be practical and just deal with the tangibles, with the predictables, you know, what makes you feel secure. And this connection just does the opposite. It makes you very uneasy. You can't figure it out. You got 2 kings in this energy here in this spread as well. So very dominant action type energies. You know, the King of Pentacles with the King of Swords, they're sort of like know-it-alls. One like has worked hard for his money. The other tells people what to do. So very leadership-like. So I don't know if your person owns their business. Have at it, whatever. But, you know, being comfortable is very important to you, Capricorn. So I think this situation has made you really uneasy and indecisive, and you don't like that feeling whatsoever. It's just not you. This person is definitely feeling shut out from this. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to talk about what's going on. They have a lot to say. A lot to say, okay? A lot of talking. I don't know how much listening they're doing, and they're a very logic-driven person. Sometimes it can be very unrealistic at the same time. But there is this fear of losing you completely. But, you know, the idea of like we should let each other go, but there's regret. So there's like things that we need closure. We're looking for closure here. And I don't know if you can get it. I think that's the restlessness that you're feeling. I don't know if it's there. So for your relationship, there is definitely a need to, I have a sense that yes, there is a conversation that needs to happen, that might happen depending on how you go about this. I don't know if it's going to bring about a reconciliation though. I think it's just going to be about clearing the air and saying what you need to say. You might have regretted not saying the things you wanted to say, and so it requires that both of you guys do some serious alone introspection, like just giving each other space. I think there is a need for a growth. Maybe you guys can come together, but there is a closure that is not solidified here, and that we need. So I don't know why I'm yawning. So it's yeah. What is making you so restless? Let's look at that. Death in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you've got Scorpio energy, Gemini and Taurus energy, more Taurus energy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, this is not my forever. This is not my everything. This is not what I see as my final step in love. Like, you're just not invested in reopening that situation, like opening the door for that. So I think the closure is desired more from the turtle than from you. I think there's just some things that you're just not going to let go of, meaning your values, what you want. There's you know, there's no sense in re-engaging in this connection. I feel like for you, that's how you see things. You don't feel like it's beneficial. It's like worth it. It's not what you're looking for. This person likes to talk a lot, and I don't know if they're backing it up. You know what I mean? It's like snail's pace here. But I think it's more about like losing you versus like being really mature about this whole thing. Yeah. They might have been very wishy-washy though at the same time. So it was just like a double, like it was a mixed signal. It's like they were non-committal, but then like wanted you. Like, I don't, it's like, huh? But you're looking for that forever everything kind of thing. And you just don't see it in this person, I don't think. And this is like, should you have this conversation? What does this person want to say? Five of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, the World in reverse. Yes, they're the one that regrets, for sure. They know, so more Taurus energy here and Aquarius and Capricorn in the World here. There is definitely regret here. There's a need for closure. They do want to talk to each other, but they feel like there can be there's a way to repair the damage. That's what they want to do. They want to say, yeah, I know I came off like I wasn't committed, but I am, and I regret not being 100% with you, and I am making changes, and I need a second chance. This is not over yet, or so they say. That's what you're going to hear, something to that effect. Okay, but what is Spirit's guidance if you decide to have a conversation with this person, and if there's anything you need to say, whether, like, is it worth it? What is Spirit's guidance for this connection? The Four of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment, and the Two of Cups in reverse. Well, Judgment is about an awakening, a second chance. I think if you're going to have a conversation about a second chance, all right, I think you do need to use really good discernment. But I think there needs to be 100% commitment and a willingness to give their all to you. Like being 100%, like no wishy-washiness, no hiding under their, why can't I speak? The turtle thing. Shell, geez. Like being straight up, open. There is no confusion, no mixed signals, like straight up 100%. I need somebody who's 100%. Otherwise, let it go. Leave me alone. There's, we don't need to talk about regret. We would just move on. So if this is something you've already said, you got to stick to that. I think that's the only way to go about any type of conversation about a reconciliation. It has got to be about commitment, 100% commitment. And it's going to take a lot of effort on, both of your parts, but especially the turtle to fix the damage and, fix that regret. Whatever they're regretting that happened, they didn't put in their 100%, and you need that. You need 100%, 110%, okay? Like, otherwise, you're going to keep it moving. You're going to move on. But using discernment, judge what they're saying, absolutely. Be very clear about, what you're hearing and what you're seeing versus what they want you to hear and see. Okay? It's more about it's not about like what is what they're saying matching their action. If there is a disconnect there, then that means you walk away because they have not grown. Now, this is a person who supposedly is very grounded in old soul, but shies away from commitment for some reason. So they want you, but then they're like, well, you want 100% me? Like, what? Why? So no, this is not how it works. So you're the raccoon. There's only so much you want to, give of yourself here. You're somebody who searches for answers, maybe. You're very inquisitive, very mindful of other perspectives as well. So maybe you might understand what this turtle is going to say, but I think ultimately bringing up the lack of commitment is the only way to get around the situation. Like, it's the only way to get to the bottom of it if there is any discussion about it. If there's a discussion, if you're not feeling that, then it should be about closure and being like, move on, here's your lesson. I gotta go, right? Like, deal with your stuff, figure it out. I'm gonna do my thing. So that is guidance that I'm getting from Spirit. If you want a more personal reading, the link is in my description. If you feel like this resonated, please click like and subscribe so you can see more content. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped. And as that Spirit watches love, warmth, peace, and happiness over you, and that you feel it every day. Many blessings to you. Take care of yourself and protect your heart always. Bye.